Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to part two of our Hopkinton Hailers hockey doubleheader. As today, the Hopkinton Dover Sherborne girls co-op team takes on Westwood. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne 4-9-2 on the season. Westwood 5-9-1. It should be a very competitive game between these two teams who have similar records. Taking a look at the TVL standings in girls hockey, Dedham, they got a big win today over Medfield. They are 11-3-2. Medfield 7-4-4. Medway is 8-5-2. Westwood 5-9-1. Dover Sherborne Hopkinton 4-9-2. And Norwood 8-4-5. So it has been very competitive TVL teams in girls hockey this season. And Hopkinton Dover Sherborne, they had a great game on Monday where they ended up tying Medfield. And that game was here at the New England Sports Center over in Rink 8, but a terrific tie against a very good Medfield team. And a nice standings point for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. This is the first time this season they have seen Westwood. They will actually see Westwood again this coming Saturday over at the Canton Ice House. So kind of a home-away type of situation as Leanna Patrick up against Kate Sullivan, and we are underway. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne working it left to right across your screen for this first period. Tom Nappy, happy to be with you on the call. Andy Ritz on camera. It was nice of Andy to give his father the night off as they were able to split up the two games of today's doubleheader. And there's a shot covered up by Riley Cholera. So pressure off the bat by Westwood. We're going to face off at 14:24 left to go in this first period. On the face-off is Kaylee Markle. And here comes Byler. Morgan Byler racing up the near side, and she gets tied up with Justine Conley. Leanna Patrick sends it back. High slot. There's a shot. Turned away. Haley Cox on that shot. Trying to close in is Merkel. Now up along the near side. Back and forth we go. And it is scooted towards the net by Haley Cox. And a glove save. So no introductions for this one. They just got right into it. Off the face-off. That was Leanna Patrick in there for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. Westwood trying to take it up. The Wolverines do have a relatively short roster as Kate Sullivan passes over, shot turned away. Only 14 players on the Westwood roster. That could be a factor in this game. That was a nice shot by Hayden Cox. Along the near side, Abby Wayne. Tied up along the boards. Along the corner, Sullivan. It's taken away. Wayne feeds it up the far side. Now Bailey. Leanna Patrick behind her. Your goaltender matchup, that's Marissa Poma for Westwood, Riley Cholera for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. Along the far side, Bianca Musgrave sends it up. Up along the corner. Pass out by Finnegan towards the net. And all kinds of traffic and colliding. And it is covered up. But some great pressure there as Savannah Rivera and Mary Finnegan got in on the action. And we get a face-off at 12:28 left to go in this first period. Some of the boys' team who just won their game 7-3 over Ashland has stayed to take in the action. Might see them behind the Westwood net as Wolverines racing up the ice. Into the corner it goes, trying to dig it out is Canelli. Sent up towards the corner towards McGough. She gets tied up. Here goes Bianca Musgrave. Sends it over, Merkel. And tied up in the corner, as able to scoot it out was Justine Conley. Sent over by Molly Kilgariff. Backhanded pass by Finnegan, and that is just wide of the net by Byler. Reese Perdoni just hopped into the game, sends it up the far side. Lucy Jean closing in, and it's just wide. Some good pressure in the last few frames by Hopkinton Dover Sherborne as Perdoni collects. Tessa Jones sends it to the near side corner. Collected by Perdoni. Trying to close in was Kate Sullivan as she gets tied up with a couple of Hillers behind the net. Back into Westwood territory, and we have an icing at 10:41 left to go in the first. On the face-off, it is Kaylee Merkel up against Tessa Jones. Along the far side. Trying to escape with it, Kelly Bailey offsides. Kaylin Tops got a little, or that was Kaylee Merkley who got over a little prematurely. Merkel up against Tessa Jones. Along the end boards. Trying to dig it out of the corner, Bianca Musgrave. Sophia Mazzucchelli gets in there. Stolen away by Bailey. Puts it towards the Westwood net. Mazzucchelli closing in, and it's covered up by Marissa Poma. Westwood making a line change, as well as Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. Patrick against McGough. There's a shot that's deflected into the end boards by Perdoni. Leanna Patrick escaping with it. She has speed. And was trying to get it back to Perdoni. Getting in the way was Moave Hennessy. Back and forth we go along the far side. Sent up to the corner. That was by Tessa Jones. To the net, turned away. Justine Conley on the shot. Perdoni trying to send it up. And now Finnegan gets in there. Along the far side, Conley sends it over. And that is brushed up the ice as Morgan Byler came out and deflected it. Pass just misses Byler. Intercepted by Sullivan. To the left circle she goes. There's a shot turned away. Good save by Cholera off the Tessa Jones shot. Top of the circle now, Conley deflected by a defender. On the far side it goes. And that shot just wide of the net by Kilgariff. Byler trying to dig it out of the near side. Liana Patrick takes it. Just under 8.5 left, and Patrick trying to fling that up the ice. Good thing Justine Conley had her face mask on. And it's jammed up along the near side. Coming out with it is Lucy Jean. And here goes number 8 for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne, Kaylee Merkel. And shot is turned away. Good pressure there. Merkel gets in there. Flings it up the far side. Squirts out. Pass by Bailey to the blue line. Back to Bailey now. Bailey puts that towards the net off of Sophia Mazzucchelli. Back and forth along the far side. Getting in there, Bailey. Bailey sends it up over to Musgrave. Out in front, and it's covered up off the shot by Merkel. We'll get a face-off with 7:24 left to go in the first period. Good pressure in the last few minutes by Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. Liana Patrick in on the face-off. Flung up the far side. Back and forth we go along the blue line. Finnegan up against Canali. Sent around. Along the near side now. Here comes Westwood. Getting out in front of it for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne is Liana Patrick. Pass across over to Musgrave. Musgrave racing in, puts it just wide. Trying to dig it out is Morgan Byler. Westwood has it. Here comes number 21, Deidre McGough. Along the corner, Musgrave. Getting in on the action, Kate Sullivan, as she sends it to the far side. And now Byler. Taking it up. Up and around she goes. Lucy Jean sends it towards the slot, set wide by Merkel. Squirts out to the near side corner. Back and forth along the boards. Coming out with it, Merkel. Merkel, top of the circle. There's a shot turned away. Sent over to the far side. We have a one-on-one. Reese Perdoni up against Hayden Cox. Perdoni gets the best of that matchup. Able to find Lucy Jean. Lucy Jean trying to sneak through. And Reese Perdoni takes a hit. Sent back up the far side by Westwood. We'll have an icing. We're going to face off at 5:26 left to go in the first period. Liana Patrick up against Deidre McGough. Along the near side now. Patrick gets in there. Sent down back to Patrick from Haley Cox. That's wrapped around. Top of the circle towards the net, and it's taken by a defender. Musgrave was looking to slip it through, but McGough was there. Stolen away along the far side. Musgrave pops it back into the corner. Along the inboards, Conley sending it over to the near side. Conley coming out with it. Good back and forth along the near side. Mazzucchelli gets in there. Patrick leaves it behind. Bailey takes it. Over to Haley Cox. Popped off the boards. Kate Sullivan with it. She meets up with Finnegan. Westwood looking for a shot there, deflected away by Haley Cox. Up along the near side. Sent across. A little too much mustard by Kate Sullivan, looking for Tessa Jones. Back into Westwood territory as we approach 4 minutes left in the period. And we'll get the icing just before she could get there. Will be Merkel up against Tessa Jones. And that escapes back into Westwood territory towards the net, covered up. Smart move there by Poma. On the face-off, Kaylee Merkel. Along the near side boards. Scoots out. Trying to work it up the ice. Kate Sullivan. And Pierdoni got in there. I believe we had an offsides call. This faceoff comes at 3:28 left to go in this first period. Up the near side into Hopkinton. Dover Sherborne's bench goes Melly Noble. Handled by Musgrave. That's up to Lucy Jean. Flips it towards the end boards. Hennessy looking to work it up the ice. On the far side boards now. There to intercept Patrick. Rush towards the net. Byler looking for the reach. Sends it into Westwood territory. Just under 3 minutes left to go in this first period. Scoreless game so far in this TVL matchup. Top of the left circle, trying to close in towards the net, turned away. Kaylin Thompson with the shot. Kelly looking to intercept. Livy Hicks sends it up into Hopkinton DS territory. Pass over by Musgrave. And a misfire there. Closing in. Shot off the post goes Kate Sullivan. Bailey. And she takes a hit from Ava Themi Stokels. Along the end boards, Mazzucchelli gets in there, takes it away. I'll tell you what, based on what I've seen so far, this has the makings of a good defensive, low-scoring battle between these two talented teams. Here comes Westwood up the near side. Sullivan leaves it over along the far side boards for Jones. And stolen by Patrick. Leanna Patrick looking for a break. One-on-one. And couldn't get close enough to the net to get the shot off as she was tied up with Justine Conley. Along the end boards goes Patrick. Wolverines trying to clear the zone as we approach the final minute of the period. And we'll have an icing. We'll get a face-off at 1:06 left in the first period. I mentioned earlier during the boys' game, the Dedham girls getting a big 2-0 win today over Medfield. Dedham and Medfield will likely both be playoff teams, depending on how the brackets play out, but we're expecting them both to make it. Along the far side, Byler, big hit delivered. Just a big collision there. Sent up by Perdoni, taken by Westwood. With it is Krausen. Feeds it up. Krausen, top of the circle. Flips it wide of the net. Trying to sneak her way through, Lucy Jean. She got tied up. Popped off the boards by Musgrave. Lucy Jean getting in there. Up along the blue line now. Back into Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne territory. Haley Cox sends it over. 10 seconds left to go in the period. Jammed up along the boards. Getting in there is Byler. Can she get a last second shot off? No. That'll do it. A good back and forth first period. At the end of one, it's Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne nothing, Westwood nothing. You are tuned in to Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op Varsity Hockey on HCAM. Welcome back into the New England Sports Center as we are just about ready for the second period of this TVL battle between Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op and Westwood. It is a scoreless game as we enter period number 2. Tom Nappy on the call, Andy Ritz on camera, and we are underway. Here in this second period, Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne did a good job getting some pressure on in the last few minutes of the first. Can they continue it into the second? Bailey trying to work up the ice. Hopkinton, Dover Sherborne working right to left across your screen for the second period as it's swiped down back into Hopkinton DS territory. Taking it around the net, Sullivan into the corner. Rushes it over to the near side, looking for Hayden Cox. Jammed up along the boards. Out it goes. Oh, losing her balance there was Maley Noble, but she got right back up. That's good to see. Sophia Mazzucchelli over to Liana Patrick. We mentioned it in the boys' game after a couple of trips. After they bring those Zambonis out, it is slick out there. And some nice moves here. And the shot deflected. Good job by Reese Perdoni challenging Tessa Jones. Along the near side, Lucy Jean racing to the puck. To the net, takes it, and it's still a live puck. And covered up by Poma. Well, that was terrific goaltending there by the senior Marissa Poma. And she saves a goal there. Keeps the game scoreless. That was a great breakaway by Lucy Jean. Well, the puck was just being batted around and Poma able to cover it up. Perdoni swipes it up the far side boards. Over to Ava Themistokles, who passes up to Ava Crossan. Now cross along the far side. Conley trying to work her way up, runs into traffic. Lucy Jean has it poked out. Some good back and forth here in the neutral zone. Getting in there, Abby Wayne. Lucy Jean sends it back. Perdoni pops it off the boards. Liana Patrick racing to it, takes it wide. Up along the near side now, Hopkinton DS in the midst of a change as the puck goes back ice. Perdoni with it. Looking for Sophia Mazzucchelli. And you gotta think Westwood short roster. Looks like they have a roster of 14. I don't know if all 14 are available. Haven't had the chance to count, but that's only about 2.5 lines, so this could be one of those games. If you keep up the intensity, you could possibly tire them out. One of the rare occasions Hopkinton Dover Sherborne has the bigger roster. Along the far side, Tessa Jones. Trying to put it into the slot area. It's deflected out of play off of Abby Wayne. We'll get a face-off at 12:06 left to go in the second period. Off the face-off. And nice save by Cholera. Off the Kate Sullivan shot. Here comes Merkel. Wrister, and it's a little high. Back into Hopkinton DS territory looking for a breakaway, and it's put in. Kate Sullivan makes it 1-0 at 11:41 left to go in the second. She just had a good breakaway there and took advantage of it. Well, the first goal belongs to the Wolverines. Pretty crucial game for both of these teams. Mazzucchelli over to Bailey. A win here keeps you still probably on a little on the outside looking in to the playoff mix, but certainly puts you in a better position. Wrister, glove save by Poma off the Sophia Mazzucchelli shot. We'll get a face-off at 11:14 left to go in the second period. Leanna Patrick up against Deirdre McGough. Sent into Hopkinton DS territory. Perdoni racing back. We'll get an icing. Kaylee Merkel on the face-off. That shot off a defender. Taken by Conley. Closing in. Shot, and it's wide by Merkel. Jammed up along the boards. Squirts out. Now along the end boards, trying to take it, Savannah Rivera. Getting in there, Finnegan. Brushes it towards the far side. Well, both of these teams are doing very good at keeping up with each other. It's really an even matchup out there. Pretty equal in speed and strength, and fun game to watch so far into this one. Just a good battle. That is Perdoni sending it up the far side, intercepted by Conley. And we'll have an offsides. Now she took it across, then went back, and then went back across. And one of her teammates already passed the line, so that'll draw the face-off at 9:54 left to go in the second frame. Bianca Musgrave with it. Sends it up the near side. Put back up by Kilgariff. Leanna Patrick slows it down, puts it wide of the net. Out to Patrick, looking to set it up, and it's deflected away. Sophia Mazzucchelli was trying to backhand it in. And here goes Sullivan. Sends it over. There's a shot, and it's turned away. Good save by Cholera off the shot from Tessa Jones. Top of the circle, shot deflected. Good job by Patrick getting the stick in front of Sullivan. Sophia Mazzucchelli brushes it off the boards. Along the end boards. Trying to turn it up ice, Haley Cox. Over to Mazzucchelli. Intercepted. Closing in, leaves it out. It was a great setup, but shot wide. Great setup by Kate Sullivan for Ava Krausen, but just a little wide on the shot. Along the far side. Wayne sends it over. Merkel racing in. Closing in. Takes it. Turned away and then brush out of the slot. Good defensive maneuver by McGarriff as that shot from the corner covered up off the stick of Perdoni. Good pressure from Hopkinton, Dover, Sherborne in that sequence. Remains a 1-0 Westwood lead. To the net and covered up off the stick of Eiler. We've seen some good goalkeeping in this game by both sides. Some terrific saves by Riley Cholera and some amazing saves by Marissa Poma. Jammed up along the corner. Rushed out. Merkel sends it over Wayne. Taken by Justine Colley, trying to flip it up. Along the near side, sent over. Wayne with it. Scoots it off the boards, over to Byler. Now across to Lucy Jean. Jean looking to close in. Takes the shot and a glove save by Poma. We'll get a face-off at 7:24 left to go in the second period. Well, it looks like after the Hopkinton games are done today, I'm going to guess it's St. John's moving in to celebrate their senior night. I see some flowers and red and white balloons. They're one of the host teams here at Rink 1 of the New England Sports Center. Back ice it goes. Haley Cox trying to turn it around. Leanna Patrick takes it. Brushed away. Sophia Mazzucchelli. That's brushed away. Into the boards goes Sullivan. Along the near side. Sent to the blue line. Sent wide by Musgrave. Mazzucchelli trying to wrap it around. Turned away. Pass up by Musgrave. Patrick taking it out. Wrister and a little high. Bailey. And backhander by Patrick and somehow covered up by Poma. What a save. That was a great shot, great pressure by Leanna Patrick, the senior out of Nipmuc. Towards the net, out in front, turned away, shot from the top of the circle off a defender's stick. That was Reese Perdoni getting that shot in there. But Tessa Jones in the right place at the right time. Up the near side now. Sent over. Floats out into Hopkinton DS territory. Abby Wayne trying to turn it back up ice. Sends it over. Here she comes. Wayne puts on a move, lets it unleash into the slot. It just got away from the net as Merkel was racing in there. Well, Hopkinton, Dover, Sherborne, they're doing the right thing. Getting some good pressure on, trying to work the puck inside. And it's clearly going to take a lot to be able to score off of Marissa Poma, who is a tremendous goaltender for Westwood. Leanna Patrick up against Tessa Jones. That shot deflected. Byler getting in front of it. Sent towards the net and turned away. Good goaltending there by Colorado. Set up right in front was Hayden Cox. Along the near side now, it's taken away. Racing down Sullivan, don't let her break free. And we got a 2-on-2 shot, sent wide. Wolverines trying to flip the script and get a little pressure on. Top of the circle, turned away by Colorado from the stick of Molly Kilgariff. Kilgariff looking to intercept. Byler gets in there. Racing in, contested by Lucy Jean as Hayden Cox and Colorado will cover it up. This faceoff comes at 4:24 left in the second period. On the faceoff, Kaylee Merkel, Deirdre McGough. And it's taken by Merkel. Closing in, shot, and it's wide. Jammed up along the far side, scooted out. Backhanded up the near side boards. Good battle for it along the boards. Coming away with it, number 11, Justine Conley. To the near side goes Perdoni. So Kelly Bailey racing in. Sends it over. Merkel looking to put it towards the net. All kinds of traffic. Sent over to Perdoni. Off a defender. Perdoni to the circle. Bailey back to Perdoni. Sophia Mazzucchelli set up in front of the net. Wayne with her shot. Or no, good pump fake. And that is towards the net. And into traffic it goes, and a defender has it. Deirdre McGough closing in, and it's wide. Jammed up along the end boards. Bailey sends it to the near side. Approaching 3 minutes left to go in the second period. Very back and forth game. It remains a 1-0 Westwood lead. Kate Sullivan deflected. I'll tell you, there was a couple goals that you would have thought Hopkinton, Nova Sherman would have had. Just some extravagant goaltending by both sides, Riley Colorado and Marissa Poma. Off the boards goes Rivera. Trying to close in is Sullivan. She'll take it around. Sends it to the back corner. Taken by Patrick. Look out, Liana has some speed. Nice move. To the net, turned away. Off the glove it goes. And tangled up along the near side board, squirts out. Sent down and poked out there by Haley Cox. It was a nice job getting it out of the grasp of Kate Sullivan. Along the far side corner, Musgrave sends it up. Trying to race to it is Morgan Byler. Under a minute and a half left to go in the second frame. Livy Hicks, swing and a miss. Lucy Jean gets in there, puts it up the boards. There's a shot that's wide. Top of the circle, Lucy Jean gets in front of it. Taken away. Byler getting tangled up with Kilgariff. Sends it up. Merkel racing into the net. Turned away. Good pressure. Stolen away by Livy Hicks. One-on-one. Poked out by Perdoni. Sophia Mazzucchelli has an opportunity. Westwood currently in transition. Oh, she sends it a little too much in front of Patrick. Along the near side. 20 seconds left in the period. Sophia Mazzucchelli takes it up towards the net. Backhander, and it's turned away. Jammed up along the boards. And that shot somehow. I don't know if that was a pass back to the goalie or a shot, but it was wrapped up. Wow, an exciting second period. Great pressure from both sides. And Hopkinton Dover Sherborne, I think, won the possession battle in that period, but unable to knock in a goal. And at the end of two, it is Westwood 1, Hopkinton Dover Sherborne nothing. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Girls Co-op Hockey on HCAM. And welcome back into the New England Sports Center. We are ready for the third period of this girls varsity matchup. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne Co-op and Westwood. A 1-0 Westwood lead as we head in to the final period of regulation. It was a Kate Sullivan goal at 11:41 left to go in the period. Tom Nappy on the call, Andy Ritz on camera. We are underway in this third period. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne working left to right across your screen. Stolen away by Lucy Jean. Sends it over and slapped towards the net. Loose puck brushed away. Still loose. And that shot is wide. Initial shot was by Morgan Byler. And then getting in there, Kaylin Thompson. Up along the far side. Excuse me, Merkel rather. Kaylee Merkel. At center ice, Abby Wayne takes it up the far side. Well, it was good pressure by Hopkinton Dover Sherborne in the closing minutes of the second period. Really giving Westwood all they could handle. But Marissa Poma has held up very well in net for the Wolverines. Westwood trying to work it up the near side. And Westwood does have a bit of a shorter roster than Hopkinton Dover Sherborne, so you wonder if that'll be a factor, especially in this third period. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne has 20 active. Westwood, according to their roster, only about 14 players. It looks like they may have 2 players who are out, so it might only be 12 available for Westwood, which could certainly have an impact. Haley Cox along the near side, sends it out. Sends it towards the net, taken by a defender. Up along the near side. Sent down by Bailey. Into Westwood territory it goes. Over to Livy Hicks, who sends it across. Sophia Mazzucchelli brushes it into Westwood territory. Pass up by Bailey. Mazzucchelli sends it up the ice. No penalties in this game by either team. It's been a very clean game of hockey. Along the far side. Conley sends it over. Into Hopkinton DS territory. Cholera brushes it aside. Wayne going to try to work it up the ice. Jammed up behind the net. Getting in there, Merkel. Racing up the near side. And that was Savannah Rivera. And now here comes Merkel. Along the far side boards. Loses her balance. Shot by Rivera, turned away. Secondary shot turned away. More tremendous goaltending by Poma. As Rivera and Finnegan both get shots in, and now Westwood responds with a shot of their own. That's wide by Tessa Jones. Around the net, sends it out. Rush to the near side. Towards the net, just wide goes Molly Kilgariff. You can't say it's been a shooting problem for Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. They've had plenty of shots on net and some very good ones. But the goaltending in this game for both sides has been really phenomenal. Reese Perdoni up the far side. She'll take it around, send it out. No one there. And it's taken by Perdoni. Sends it to the net, brushed away. Out of the corner goes Mazzucchelli. That's set wide of the net. Correction, that was Leanna Patrick. Along the end boards, Kilgariff. Getting in the way, Leanna Patrick. Sent out. And puck deflected. Here comes Kate Sullivan. Looking to close in. Sends it out into the slot. Good defense. Still a good battle for the puck. Squirts out into the corner. Livy Hicks looking to send it around. That shot wide by Justine Conley. Along the far side we go. That was sent across to Byler, but we get some good back and forth. Stolen away by Conley. Up the ice goes Musgrave. Hopkinton DS switching out their defenders. 10 minutes and counting left to go in regulation. Coming up the near side, Livy Hicks. Taken in the corner by Perdoni. Perdoni racing down, has Sophia Mazzucchelli with her shot, and it was just wide. And now they're trying to stuff it in, and it's covered up by Poma. We're going to face off at 9:22 left to go in regulation. Covered up. Leanna Patrick in on the face-off for Hopkinton DS. Jammed up along the near side boards. Rushed over by Conley. Trying to fling it towards the net was Bailey. She was diverted. And here comes Westwood trying to work it up. Slapped up the ice by Tessa Jones. Leanna Patrick with it. I think what's Westwood's doing good is really just trying to keep the puck away from Hopkinton Dover Sherborne, not letting them get that crazy pressure that they were getting in the first period and for part of the second. And there's a shot top of the circle, and it'll go wide of the net. Digging it out of the corner, Reese Perdoni. And what do we have here? Could we have our first penalty of the game? It looks like we do. So Hopkinton Dover Sherborne will have a power play. I believe it was a tripping call on Kate Sullivan. Big opportunity here. Along the near side corner. Westwood just trying to work it into Hopkinton DS territory and keep it there. Savannah Rivera going to send it far side. Slapped into Hopkinton territory from Themistocles. And now here comes Merkel. Racing up the ice, leaves it out, and it's defended nicely as she was looking for Byler. Along the far side, Musgrave. That pass intercepted. Leanna Patrick gets in there. Patrick closing in. Shot turned away. Digging it out of the corner, Bailey. Patrick puts it towards the blue line. Into the circle goes Musgrave. Now it goes back ice. 45 seconds left on the power play. 7 minutes left in regulation. Sophia Mazzucchelli with it. Closing in, shot wide. Slapped up the ice by Hayden Cox. Trying to sneak through Perdoni. Puts it up the boards. Sophia Mazzucchelli and Leanna Patrick behind the net. Patrick over to Mazzucchelli. Mazzucchelli going to try to stuff it in. And it's covered up by Poma. 5 seconds left on the Hopkinton DS power play. 6:24 left in the period. Byler leaves it behind. Out in front. Shot turned away. Off the stick of Rivera. Wayne trying to turn it up ice. Power play has expired. A good PK by Westwood. And covered up by Cholera. A little extracurricular there. Byler up against McGough. Along the far side, could they have a breakaway? Savannah Rivera racing in, puts it towards the net, covered up by Poma. I'll tell you what, if Westwood is able to hang on and win this one, all the credit really should go to Marissa Poma for the tremendous goaltending. And of course, Kate Sullivan for the lone goal. Along the far side. Rushed up the far side by Haley Cox. And puck deflected. Byler sends it over. Lucy Jean racing in. Wrists it towards the net. It's wide. Sent to the boards by Haley Cox. Bailey trying to get by. Taking it is Themistocles. She'll pass up to their side. Back and forth we go along the boards. Patrick would like a little more mustard on that one. Top of the circle, shot, and it's just wide there by Haley Cox. She had some juice on that shot. Noble puts it to the near side. Perdoni trying to knock it back into Westwood territory. Here comes Patrick. Leanna Patrick trying to trip up the Westwood defenders. Gets jammed up along the boards. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in regulation. Yeah, good stop there by Perdoni. Behind the net it goes. Perdoni looking to turn it up the ice. Mazzucchelli with the feed over to Merkel. Merkel able to deflect the Kilgariff pass attempt. Now is tied up with her along the corner. Byler getting in there. And Westwood just trying to lock that puck up along the boards, burn that clock. Wolverines have a 3-on-2 coming up the ice. Good job by Abby Wayne getting the stick in there, knocking it away from Hicks. Sent up by Perdoni. Back and forth we go along the far side. Trying to get out of the jam, Tessa Jones. Well, she's locked up with Perdoni. Along the near side now. Good back and forth here between Byler and Conley. Across the ice it goes. Just under 3 minutes left. Lucy Jean trying to break through. And now here comes Sullivan. Sends it up. Shot, top of the circle, turned away. Off the stick of Kilgariff. She had some good zip on that shot. She's going to try another one. Oh, off a defender. Off of Merkel. And set up in the slot. It's wide. That was just wide there by Deirdre McGough. And now here comes Liana Patrick flying up the ice. Closing in, and it's knocked away just in the nick of time. Able to get the stick in there was Justine Conley. Just under 2 minutes left to go. And we'll get a face-off at 1:51 left. In Westwood territory. Hopkinton, Dover, Sherborne running out of time to try to tie this game up. It looks like we're going to have a timeout called. 1:51 left to go. Westwood hanging on to a 1-0 lead. You are tuned in to Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM. And we are ready to continue on. 1:51 left to go. Hopkinton, Dover, Sherborne has pulled the goalie. And they are in desperation mode trying to tie this game up. As Kelly knocks it into the corner. Wolverines going to do everything they can to knock that puck up the ice. Patrick takes it around and a shot turned away. And was it covered up? I believe it was covered up. That burned 30 seconds, so 1:21 left. Net's still empty for Hopkinton, Dover, Sherborne. In Hopkinton DS territory, looking for the finisher. Knocked away. Patrick working up the near side. She has some moves. Feeds Bailey. Bailey closing in. Off a defender it goes. Extra player back out for Hopkinton DS. Oh, that's just wide of the net. It was just sent down by Westwood a little bit wide. We'll get another face-off off the icing call. 59 seconds left. Morgan Byler on the face-off for Hopkinton DS. Trying to stuff it in out in front, and the shot, and it is going to be a goal! Let's see. I believe it was Lucy Jean who got the last touch, but was it covered up? The officials are talking about it. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne started celebrating. Did Poma land on it? There's all kinds of traffic in front of the net. And it looks like no goal. No goal is the call. Oh, there's just so much going on there. Still 51 seconds left. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne changing things up. They still have the empty net. Taking it is Sullivan. She's going to try to send it down. It's a race. Can Pierdoni get there first? Yes, she will. Sends it up. Uh-oh, at the blue line, top of the circle, deflected. Up along the boards. Shot in, that's the finisher. Tessa Jones. Comes at 23 seconds left. And that'll make it a 2-0 Westwood lead and be the finisher for this one. Well, it was a very good effort by Hopkinton Dover Sherborne. They gave Westwood all they could handle here today. Certainly a great effort. A lot of good pressure, but tremendous goaltending by Marissa Poma. And I'm certainly going to go back, look at the tape on that last situation to see what happened there. It was tough for us to even see. But that'll do it for this one. Westwood defeats Hopkinton Dover Sherborne by a final of 2-0. And what was a very well-played game between two talented teams. Good battle here at New England Sports Center tonight. Westwood improves to 6-9-1. Hopkinton Dover Sherborne falls to 4-10-2. For Andy Ritz on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. This has been Hopkinton Hillers Girls Varsity Hockey on HCAM. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.